Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to Eyes to See Tarot and some January messages for you. Well, let's roll right into the tarot because, you know, these readings aren't necessarily centered around love and relationships, but if it comes up in the reading, I'll be sure to let you know. I like to center my readings on you because I think that's the only thing we can really control. If you feel I'm being mean or unfair, it's because there's 12 zodiac signs. We all can't be angels every month. There's the Hermit in reverse, the Death card. Oh, there's something that you're being immediately, like, pulled away from, forced away from. Okay, now what all these cards say to me is... be careful of the people that God separates you from because he heard conversations you didn't. Okay, it still seems like you're a little depressed. It still seems like you're a little longing, like you have emotion. You're trying to share or show empathy or sympathy with this person or the situation, but there's things that you do not see. Truths have not come out about this situation, and I'm pretty sure that if you knew the entire situation, you wouldn't be all up in your feelings about it like this. But the transition period is now. No matter how depressing or, you know, how it plays on you or haunts you. It's now. Right meow. So, let's see... On a side note, 1, 2, and you. All right. Time marches on. Oh, get going. Oh, believe me, it's going to relieve so much pressure off your back. Okay. Yes. La 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 la. Okay, so yeah. You might not have the best outlook on it. Like, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda, or I did this, or they did that, or this person, if they wouldn't have stuck their nose in it, or if I wouldn't have to move 1,000 miles to the other end of the country. You know, you get my drift. Like, there's something about it that you're not seeing the truth, so you're trying to make it make sense, right? By blaming things that were actually irrelevant or not necessarily part of the issue. Right. Truth of the matter is, if they would have acted better, they would have had you for longer. I don't know what that's all. I don't know what that's all about, but I am just delivering messages. So here we go, Pisces. What else we got going on for my Pisces? What else we got going from our Pisces? We got anything else coming in? We got, I don't know what we got going on. It's a secret, but it's starting to sprout. Okay. Ooh, okay, so we got the Three of Cups. I've got the Star card. Going back to something. Oh, more meaningful, apparently. With the two of Wands, there's still multiple avenues to do this, right? And it almost seems like that's where the bulk of your emotions are anyway, right? Like, at least more than this guy, right? And, you know, Pisces, it's okay to be that way. In fact, I actually should feel that way about multiple people, right? Some think that if you love somebody, you can't love anybody else. And the truth is if you love the correct person, you can successfully love and forgive all the people. You know, it's just, it kind of clicks. Okay, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Let's try to unfold this story. Something about, like I said, secrets coming out about someone in a friend group, right? social setting, situation, right? We got the Three of Cups. I think you've always kind of seen hope in this person, or kind of at least fantasized or wishful thinking. But you see, now that you're being forced back to a situation that you were once removed. So this person over here, the one that, you know, the time has run out on, or the situation that is making you move, has drawn you away from. Say, okay, I got this new job, right? But I did have to move to the other side of the country to perform said job. Well, it pulled me away from my family. It pulled me away from my friends. It pulled me away from, you know, the previous job. But now that the time has run up on that job, I'm able to have more time for family, friends, and stuff that that job had pulled me away from. You get my drift? I'm not talking about jobs. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to cover that up. Okay, with the Lover's card right there showing it's ordained, right? It was a more true soul connection. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can just be the situation. It's more fitting, right? It's like I jumped through hoops and I did this thing and I did that thing and I tried to fit it in to mold around you. But then when I looked at it on the other end of it, it didn't make me the most profound version of myself. It made me an accomplice to you, right? People are weird like that. They call that love. They call that love. Okay, so I'm going to look into this Two of Wands because I want to see a little bit more about this. Is more ways than, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So there's more than one way to get there. It doesn't have to be immediate. Doesn't have to be like, in fact, it probably shouldn't be. You probably should let whatever this situation is kind of weed itself out, so to say, before. Okay, so I just peeled, you just saw me. Okay, so I just peeled one set to like get the deck off of my table. But you see, the old situation, it was reciprocal. It was focused. There was no cheating. There was no this, that, and the other. There was no other options. There was no distractions. There was no, we weren't in fantasy land, and it wasn't puppy love, so to say, right? But after a certain amount of time, it did have me very stuck, like unchanging, and unable to progress any further, right? Pretty much it had run its course. It was not fake. It was not false. It wasn't a waste of time at all. It's just, it has gone, that train went as far as that train could go, and now it's time to get off of that train. Okay. See, a lot of people think about forever. The thing is that if I love you correctly the first time, even if we never speak again, I love you forever, right? I'm not fighting with the version of you in my mind, right? I still like green beans, right? I still do, just the way you cooked them. In fact, I still cook them that way. I love you. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are into that Two of Wands. Remember how I said there's more than one way to skin a cat? Okay, so there's this area, this void, as you were, right? Void of an area where the stew is cooking. And you can add your seasonings. You can add your extra meat. You can add your extra noodles if you want to. This is the time to add things to the stew. Right, and then with the Magician right here, we have the energy behind it to back it up. So that's awesome. Three of Pentacles. So you'll probably also find that there are people working in your favor or working for something, right? It's not just your goal. It's not. We have the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And this may seem counterintuitive, right? But the more complacent, and I say complacent because the King of Pentacles, I'm just seeing him as a very, very structured, very, very sound, very, very unmovable, like a mountain, right? So there's got this very, very immovable energy, stable, sound, secure, right? But that being what adds more confusion to the mix, more things going on than should be, right? With the Magician here, it's a completely free. I feel like that area in the zone, he's also a conductor, right, at this time. Like he's waving his little magic wand, right? And then we got the Three of Pentacles right here. That you're not alone in this little mosh pit of emotions, memories, desires, right? And what you want to pull from the sky. I don't know why something like the Sorcerer's Stones, like some Harry Potter movie, is kind of playing, you know. So, anyway, I see that maybe it should be a very relaxing kind of downtime for you in this in-between area before you make it to the person. I think that's where we're going to figure out exactly, right? Remember how I said there's more than one way? So sure, I can remain stable and sound and secure. I can. It'll just add a little bit more kick than I want to the situation. Make things a little bit more hectic than they should, because I'm trying to keep everything together while I'm trying to create this thing. It'd be like the same thing as, you know, high-risk pregnancy, right? And then the mother still tries to work and be stable and pay all the bills while she's gestating this human. Same thing, you know? Or you can just sit down, relax, chill out, float down the little lazy river on your little raft and, like, I don't know, orchestrate the monkeys or something. And those are pretty much the two paths. Like, if we're split like that, I see some healing time, right, and time for self-love or creating that. Now your Two of Wands is in the reverse. So we're more structured, more capable, more refined, decisive on a course of action or a path forward, right? As long as we're really, really focused, no matter if it's work and being stable, no matter if it's being flexible and free, right? Healing and self-love, what makes you the most happy, because in the long term and the long run, that is actually what we're trying to acquire. So, Pisces, if that means anything to you, let's move on down the reading a little bit. I see these people in your corner, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what kind of, okay, so, and I know I've gone through it a couple of times, right, where the world makes me sit down. No, you don't need to work. What you need to do is kick your feet up for like 5 months. That's what you need to do. All right. So, but there's supportive players in your background while you're doing this creation thing. But like I said, you got to keep in mind that if you do try to go the stable path, the door's not shut on either. You can choose either, right? It just adds a little bit more that you have to pay attention to. Damn, Pisces. Okay, so with the Magician coming out in the upright again, it's up to you. There's no there's no wrong way to do it. I mean, they might be a wrong way to do it, but in the grand scheme of things, it really is up to you. Because remember how the Ace of Cups came out and the Ten of Swords in reverse. What this healing time, what this downtime is to assess the situation, the previous situation, the one you're currently like separating yourself from or soon to be separating yourself from, right? We want to take those things and list a couple of nuances, inconveniences, things, inconsolable differences, stuff like that. And we want to heal from those things and make sure that we're not doing whatever it is that is perpetuating that, right? Because we don't want to bring an old broom into a new house. So heal past that. Self-love, like be your own deciding factor. They say a man who rules himself cannot be ruled by anybody. Right? But you have to put in the work to do it. Dedication, devotion, drive, right? You've got to be able to put in the work to be able to see any positive results. Discipline. That was the word I was looking for. Discipline. Okay. Oh, Pisces, I hate this reading for you and I love this reading for you all at the same time. You understand? Because the situation that I don't know if it has set on your door yet, or if you are still currently going through it as the current energies did unfold. It was a transition period. The death card was there, right? The time to move is now. The depression is now, right? But all good things must come to an end, and according to this, not only is something better, more suited to you, promised to take its place in the future. Because currently in the future, from now, what we have is this open space of creativity, right? But not only is it more suited to you, you're actually taking a very active role in altering this suit to fit you the most perfect way possible, right? All right, Pisces, I know it was a short read, but that's pretty much all I have for you. If you enjoyed the read, please like, comment, subscribe. Do hit the bell if you want to be informed next time I upload. And until then, Pisces, it's good seeing you at Ice to See Tarot.